So this is kind of a part two of a video I made already. I think I titled the first one "I'm 24 and never had a best friend," and I kind of want to piggyback off that video. And if you haven't seen it, maybe you check it out. But this video is standalone. But I don't know what it is. But when I think back to my lifetime, um, I had close relatives like cousins when I was like 10 years old. But when you move forward to middle school, high school, college, I genuinely never had someone that I would call a best friend, someone that was similar enough to me that we can spend a lot of time together and we would understand each other's life, in a very close way. And in a way, it is very lonely. I remember for a couple years, I'm 24 now, but for a couple years, I lived with my ex, one of my ex girl at the time, um, and she was just somebody I spent the years we were together. I spent almost 80 to 90% of my interactions with her. So that really blurred years of my life. But then before that, I didn't really have a best friend like that. And after that, um, I was in school still, and then I went to sales, and I still don't have a best friend like that. And what I found is, I think people just don't really think um, as complex or as deeply as I want to, right? There's been like I have big goals and I have done many things. So it's not that I'm picky on a best friend, but the best friend that I would be close with would have to, still someone relate. And I think like in a way I'm very easy to relate with because I think I'm just a very real down to earth person, but I'm also hard to relate because I think I'm also just hard to relate because it's just I evolve very quickly, right? Like just 2 years ago, I was a computer science undergrad student, and I had plans on interning for companies across the country and whatnot, right? But now, I'm in sales, living in this house in Florida, so it's I evolve quickly, and now I'm trying to get into content creation. I'm getting into I'm getting back into tech, so I'm coding my own stuff, and I'm learning back. But it's just a way of all making money and a lifestyle you desire. But as you can see, I'm evolving as a person, right? Recently, in the past like year, I would say I have these dreams now to be like geographically unbound, where I can live in a country for half a year and move on to the next country for half a year. And this is so different from 2 years prior, where I thought I would have the majority of my life I would be living here in Jacksonville, Florida. But things change, and I think that's another why it's hard to get a best friend, or deem someone a best friend. But I'll end it with this idea, and it's that my friend actually brought it up. He said when we're like 10 years old and we're in elementary school, it's very easy for us to be similar to our classmates, right? Number one, we haven't lived that many years, so our interests are very narrow. Um, we go to the same cafeteria, we have the same teachers for all the classes. However, over time, when you go to middle school, you have different teachers for different courses. You have Then you go to high school is even more. You have different sports. You have different things that people can branch out to. You go to college, it's even more different. People are already working jobs. They already have their life getting started. Some people are getting married in college. So life just takes you further and further away the longer we live, and I think that's just what makes it harder. And what I realize is I feel like I've had like this fast track because I really finished high school at 16, and I've been kind of just messing around with college until very recently. I landed the sales job, and I make good money. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and what it is that everything is so compressed because right now I am just so sick of sales. I want to do something new. So if someone were to be my best friend, it would just be a little bit overwhelming. I could, that's kind of what I'm saying. And I think maybe some people are. I have close people in my life that I would say are close friends, but I wouldn't say they're my best friend because we just don't spend enough time. It's more it's more of a like just a regular friendship. It's not like he comes over and we're brainstorming all the time. It's not that kind of close relationship. But I don't know. Maybe I just want to rant tonight. It just kind of bothered me on my way home. I just keep remembering, like, dude, you're 24, never had a best friend. That bothers me a lot. But let me know if you guys have something to add or you can relate.